The key, we're doing this because we have to be able to have good spatial reasoning, see more than one thing in a diagram, especially with overlapping triangles or adjacent triangles with intersecting lines. Okay, so to start this off, you're gonna always mark any given information. The first thing that they give us here is down here. It tells us triangle, or angle, excuse me, BDC is 70. So what I've noticed on some of the struggles with your problem solving is understanding where the angle goes. So if I just trace B to D to C like this, you always stop at the middle letter. So that angle is 70. The next given information, is right here. It says that BC is congruent, segment BC is congruent to segment DC. That means we need tick marks to show that, because it's going to make me see a special type of triangle. So we need to put the tick mark on BC and CD. So now hopefully you see we have a special type of triangle. What triangle do we have? Okay, so because there's an isosceles triangle, therefore there's two things that are going to happen. You're going to have two congruent sides and two congruent angles. This is the part that I think people are missing. You understand the sides, but you don't understand to use the angles too. So which angles would be the congruent angles in our isosceles triangle? Because the isosceles triangle is the B to C to D.
The bottom left.
Yeah, the bottom left. Okay. So this, if I know this is 70, then I have a 70 over here as well. So I know we have a bunch of angles to fill in, but the strategy to help you with this is to fill in all angles on the diagram and then fill in the blanks. So if this is 70, we can also find the missing vertex angle there.
40.
Yep, that's 40. Okay. Now, the other thing they tell us is angle BGH is also 40. So B to G to H, the 40 goes at the G. All right, so if I'm using my triangle relationship, then you're also going to use your angles, all right, your vertical angles and your linear pairs. If you have parallel lines, then you're going to also use alternate interior and same side interior. So what I would do is now do all the vertical. So I have my 70, there will be a vertical here and here. I have this 40, so it's vertical, fill it in. Now we need to do the linear pair. So if this is 70 for angle BCD, then CDE on the other side is going to be 110. So we have 110 over here as well. Then it's vertical, vertical. Okay, same thing here. If I know I have a 40, then the linear pair to the 40 is going to be what?
140.
140. So 140, 140. All right, now to get to our remaining angles, which are over here on the left side of our diagram, we need to see another triangle. Okay, say that again, GCH. All right, so I'm going to focus on that triangle here, G to C to H. In that triangle, I have the two angles. I'm missing the third angle, which is here. What is that measure of that angle? That would be 100. Now that I have that 100, I can do the vertical and I can do the linear pair. And now I'm back to my last triangle. The last triangle we have for a triangle with this angle E is EDH. So I can use that triangle or I could use the whole triangle. So this missing angle here, this is going to give me 150. So this missing angle is 30. And I forgot to put the vertical 80 here, sorry. All right, so that's all the angles for and with the lines. So now we're just reading it off the diagram. So if you look at the first one, angle ABC, we have to find that from A to B to C. What does that measure? That is the 110. Then we're looking at, I'm going to go across, okay? ABG. So I go from to B to G, okay? A to B to G, to stop at the middle number here, that's 70. GHD, so here's G, here's H, then D. I stop at the H. That is 100. So now we're just filling in. So I do want to see how well can you read off the diagram and fill in the parts. Now the only thing that's different on the puzzles, the remaining puzzles you're going to do on the back, so if you flip it on the back, I want you to look at this with me. A shortcut for the ones you're doing is the fact that they tell you with these arrows that you have parallel lines. So here's two facts you can use. If I have parallel, then your alternate interior angles are congruent and same side interior equals 180. So the arrows are the parallel. These two lines are the parallel. The other lines are the transversals. So if I'm starting with angle 32, because it's with the yellow line and this black line, which is a transversal. Sorry, I didn't mean to put that there. Who would be an alternate interior with the 32? 10. So I can put 32 there. If I'm looking at the 32, which angle would be a same side interior? Angle 9. So if it's same side interior, they have a sum of 180. So this would be 148. Okay. If I go to my 130, do I have an alternate interior with the 130? Do you have a same side interior? We have a vertical, yeah, but do we have a same side interior with the 130?
That's 5.
5. So that would mean this would have to be 50. So now I see a vertical with the 130, and then I have a linear pair or corresponding, which is the 50. So now I got another vertical, which is 50. And so now I can use that vertical linear pairs to now get what I need for my triangle, because now there's a triangle inside of here to get to angle 4 to help me get to angle 7. So this is what we're working on today. If you still have a quiz, which I'm going to pull up right now, that needs to get completed, the one that goes with the review packet, because I didn't pick up the review packet, I'm just checking the completion online, then get the laptop, get your review packet out, and just finish the problems. The extra practice problems, that's just extra credit. I'm only going to grade the review packet questions on the quizzes. So if you still need to do that, please get a laptop and use this time to do it. I'm going to finish recording test grades and then pass back some graded papers to y'all.